Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today? All right. I have not, this is like really my first time going vertical on YouTube without using an third party. So I am learning this at the same time, and I want to also talk or have a discussion with you. Can we talk while I'm working and different stuff like that? This is also a time where you can ask questions and all that good stuff, and also say hello. Hi. All right, so you guys, I want to come on and kind of talk about or explain CTR to many of you. You're gonna start seeing a lot of different of our content creators going live and all that good stuff like that. And so I wanted to explain to you what CTR is all about, because we have some amazing people like you and you and you that are engaging with our content, liking, following, going to our website, listening to the podcast shows and all that stuff like that. And I said, you know what? Many people don't know this, but I start my new year a little bit different. Most people start their new year January, if you're in the United States, right? January 1st. But I start my new year on July the 5th. Can I say hi? I don't know what that means. Which language is that? Because you know I'm Southern. For those of you who don't know, I'm from South Carolina, live in South Carolina, so I have a heavy Southern twang. And but thank you, Ion or Ian. It depends on where you're from. For popping on and also engaging with us. First of all, I want to tell everyone thank you for all of our new subscribers. Oh, it means pretty. Oh, thank you. Um, Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for engaging in the content. And thank you for being who you are. Just amazing individuals here that's following, subscribing, liking, engaging on CTR Media Network's content. So for many of you, you start your new year on January 1st if you're in the United States. But we're so blessed over here that we have people from all over the world that watch CTR Media Network. So different things in different areas, right? But I actually start my new year on July the 5th. Do anybody know why? Anybody know why you think I start my new year on July the 5th every year? Write it in the chat if you think you have an idea of why I start my new year on July the 5th every single year. I'm going to give you guys some time because this is going to be an engaging conversation. Okay? Very, very engaging. And I'll give you guys some time because I am also looking on my Amazon Fire to make sure I don't miss any comments, because like I said, this live stream is all new. You are so smart. Yes, it's because it is my birthday. Hey, that's why I started on July 5th. My New Year start every year over on July the 5th. And I mean, I don't want to give off all my age like that, but I'm happy to be the bit 4-3. And for me, this turning 43 has really, really been something that I never expected, because growing up, I always, thank you. Growing up, I have always, I never really thought about this middle age bracket. Okay. Growing up, when I was a little girl, I used to get excited about becoming, when you're younger, turning 10 because it's double digits, right? Then you want to get happy with sweet 16. Then you want to get happy because you're 18, because you're technically grown, right? And then you get happy because you're 21, because you can finally have an alcoholic beverage if you want to, right? Because you're 21. And then you get 30. And then you turn 40, right? And then it goes up. And so for me, um, I have reached the time in my life that I know that I know that I know. If you understand what I'm talking about, type it in the chat. If you reach the point where you know that you know that you know, right? Because I went through a period when I was in my teens and 20s where I was a people pleaser. I mean, used to make myself sick. I used to have so much anxiety and panic and just depression all the time when I was younger, because I would always worry, just worrying all the time, because I never wanted to hurt anybody's feelings. I hate confrontation. And so I used to just do everything I could to avoid confrontation, right? And I used to suffer because many times I wasn't in the wrong, but just so to avoid confrontation, I take that L, meaning lose, because I didn't want confrontation. Then I got into my 30s. When I got into my 30s, thank you, Kitty. Thank you, Kitty, from Kitty TV. When I got into my 30s, I still had it a little bit, but I'm gonna tell you something. When I hit the mid 30s, honey, my mind started changing. I was like, I don't even care no more. If you don't like me, you don't like me. If you don't like my perspective on something, I don't care, because at the end of the day, I need to be happy with who I am. And so about 35, I start shifting a little bit. I start finding out what makes me happy, because being a wife, being a mom, being a daughter, being a friend, being a community leader, I found myself for over 25 years just taking care of everybody else and not really taking care of myself. And then I got to 40. I reached 40. And the things that I thought was so important in my teens and 20s and 30s, I realized it wasn't all that important. And now, nobody really talk about the age of 43. We talk about 40, 45, 50, in them 5 increments. But 43 for me, baby, I'm at this new level of peace. That new level of, I know that I know that I know. And if you know what I'm talking about, type it in the chat. Do you sometime, because we have people on this channel, CTR, say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm over here in South Carolina, and I know you hear the southern twang. Yes, I'm country. That's what you grow to learn and love about me. I am a southern girl born and raised. And FYI, I was not always this confident in who I am, what I have become, and what I desire to grow towards, right? I hated the sound of my own voice. I hated looking at myself on camera. I did not like taking photos or anything that would put me in the forefront. So if you understand what I'm talking about, have you ever dealt with that? Not feeling like today. I don't know I think it's a guy. He told me that I was pretty in another language. I wasn't familiar with the language. So I said, what does that mean? And he wrote, it means that you're pretty. I was like, oh, thank you. But listen, back in the day, I wouldn't even put myself in a category of feeling pretty, feeling beautiful. I had very low self-esteem. I really had to work hard to grow, to learn, to love myself. Now, I was a person that was always there for other people, and I still am to a certain extent, but I set healthy boundaries now. And I have found, since I reached my 40s and getting older, because now I am 43, I know that I know that I know. And I'm very particular about who I have in my inner circle, because I want to keep my peace, right? And I want relationships in my life that not only where I'm bringing something to the table, but they're bringing something to the table. And it don't have to be money. It can be motivation, encouragement, positivity. It could be just a overall amazing mindset, right? Or just being just an amazing person. at the end of the day, an amazing person at the end of the day. And so, wait a minute, let me see. I'm trying to learn how to work this thing, people. Okay. So, I'm like at the point where I'm in my life and I'm just so happy. And I want to share that with you guys. How do you feel? Do you feel happy with your current life? Do you feel like it's something that you wish you would have done that you didn't do when you was younger, and now that you're older you feel like, oh, I can't do that? Do you have an OnlyFans account? No, I don't have an OnlyFans account. To be honest with you, I have never been on OnlyFans. I hear about OnlyFans. But the thing is, I think an OnlyFans account, based upon what I see in the media, I don't think it's for me. But what makes you like OnlyFans? Because everything that I see is kind of X-rated. And I'm like, I'm not showing nobody my toes, my maracas. I'm not showing anybody my onion. You know, that's what we call a booty. Be doing no weird stuff. So every time I see people on or hear about OnlyFans, it's so out there and so beyond who I am as a person, or the type of people that I want around me. It could be a good platform. I don't know. But I mean, for me, I'm like, not for me, not OnlyFans. OnlyFans not for me. So, OnlyFans, is that just X-rated? Because that's not the kind of crowd I be in. If that's what you like, that's your thing. Hey, do your thing. I'm in this season. Whatever make you happy, you do your thing. And whatever made me happy, that's what I'm going to do over here. But I plan to be going live a little bit more in some of our other content creators on CTR Media Network. I really want you guys to... let me talk to you a little bit about what CTR Media Network is, because many of you found CTR because we went viral, right? And with the blessing of being able to go viral, we have been able to attract and have way more followers and engagement than we ever had before. So I want to give a shout out to all of you. Yes, all of you, for taking the time to hit that subscribe button, for taking the time to join our membership program. It's only $3.99 a month. You can ask me anything and I answer the question or whatever like that in one of the private videos. For supporting what we do, and for sharing your perspective, because we are a platform that we may agree to disagree on certain things, but we're going to keep it respectful. But we also want to hear how you feel. What type of content would you like for us to start bringing you? Because what CTR Media Network is, we are a podcasting and TV media distribution company. And what we do is we bring you what we call edutainment. It's a little bit of education and entertainment. So if you notice, you'll see our shorts. It's a lot of like come back from different things that I grew up with, different things that our content creators grew up watching, different shows, different singers and different motivation. We have a whole lot of different things in our shorts. And then in our video section, which is a little bit longer than our shorts, we have longer extended videos from what we had already showed in the shorts, or it's something that is related to that particular short that we feel that can go along with it. And then we go into our live section where our podcast is at, and literally, you guys, for free, you can learn things about career development, entrepreneurship, self-improvement, health and wellness. You can even see and hear some interviews from celebrities and influencers. You could learn a skill, learn a trade, learn about social media, learn about monetization. You can learn about all these things. So we're so happy that you are in our shorts area for the most of you. And you guys are so amazing. All the comments and then communicating within the comments to each other. We absolutely love it. But we want you also to keep doing that, but also take it on over and see the other videos, the shorts, the lives, the playlists, and different stuff. And also let us know what type of content you want to see next. Comment in the chat. What do you want to see? What do you want to hear about? What type of content do you want to laugh about? What type of content do you want to get motivated about? What type of content would you like for some of our podcasters to create? What type of guests would you like to see on a podcast show? And just what do you want? We create this content not because for us, we create this content for you. Okay? And this is all about you and the needs and wants of our community here at CTR Media Network. So you're going to see a blend. For those of you who are everyday people doing extraordinary things and you want to share your voice, share your mission, share whatever it is that you're doing, podcasting is one of the easiest ways for you to do it with the low cost. Sometimes in some cases it's no cost. If you get on a free platform with your podcast, like Spotify for podcasters, you could literally start a podcast with your cell phone. Yes, you could. And if you have a camera or you have a computer with a camera on it, you can literally start a podcast. StreamYard actually has different. They have a free plan, then they have one that's a little bit higher, then they have one that's, it depends on what the level is. And then you have other programs and other things that you can do in order to share whatever it is. Now, we mention God, but we don't go into, we have some podcasts that really go into kingdom perspective, being a Christian and all that stuff like that. But we do not endorse nor promote any one religion. So I see somebody putting the religion down. We don't do that per se. Okay. So if that's something that you want to just promote and recommend, then you will have to start your own channel. And you will have to do that yourself. Now, sometimes we take clips and different things from different, maybe someone says something profound and they happen to be from a particular religion, but they said something that was motivational or said something that make you think. Then we'll take a small clip and just put it out there so that you'll think. Because we don't go against, bash, or talk about any religion. People can choose whichever religion they want to choose. People can do whatever they want to do. At the end of the day, I have my chosen faith, but I don't go all into that. But at the end of the day, we want to create content that makes you happy within the bounds of not making any one group of people or making people uncomfortable. But we want to have those healthy conversations. So I think it's Sergio. Sergio want to talk about life. Ethan want to talk about Lord, please God. Oh, he's talking about Lord, please. Yes. Well, listen, trust and believe. I believe in the Most High. He is the reason why I do what I do and why I choose to share perspective, share the love, share information. And for me, podcasting has been a way for me to be able to do that. Not only podcasting, but being on TV with Roku TV, online TV. FYI, y'all can go to CTRMediaNetwork.com and y'all can literally watch some of our podcasters for absolutely free. And like I said, they talk about a variety of different topics, a variety of different subjects. They share their perspective based upon their life experiences. So you will sometimes hear some of us say God, something, this and that, because that's part of who we are. Then you will hear some people that don't say anything. You will hear people that talk about career development, entrepreneurship, life skills. I even talk about autism and developmental delay. I talk about learning differences. I speak about a lot of things. ADD, ADHD. That's the educational side. So if you want to learn more about that, you can go to CTR homeschooling to learn more. Life Forever. We have people that come on and speak, different guests that speak about their perspective on life as well. So let's see. English, yes, mostly everything is, our platform is English. However, you can translate it and hit the closed captioning and it'll go into your language of choice. We are working on some things where we can have content creators that speak Spanish, that speak another language, so that everyone can be included. Because I know for me, even though I can read some things in Spanish, I can understand some of the language in Spanish, I'm not completely bilingual, but I do know some Spanish, right? I know enough to be able to get by to communicate if I go to a place that speaks Spanish, right? But if it's in my native tongue, English, I understand it better, right? So your heart is the seed of motivation. Your heart is the seed of motivation. And we want international, bilingual, or multilingual content creators to create content, because we feel that when you hear it in the language of which you was born, your birthing language, it just hits different. It hits you in a way that, and it moves you in a way of execution, that if you're at a standstill, it would definitely help you, because it touched your heart in a different way. And so let me go to the comments. English and Spanish. Okay, yes, I agree. We need some English and we need some Spanish. But for right now, you can use the closed captions to translate, because we do allow translating of the podcast shows. Christ follower said, guys, love you. Yes, I know, but thank you for mentioning it. I put my complete trust in God. There is no question about that with my faith, because He is the reason why I'm here. We have apple pie from South Africa. Yay! Welcome, welcome, welcome to the live. Yes, I am having a fantastic day, because today is the start of my new year. Yes, today is the start of my new year. You saw me at Walmart. Purple Boy 12. I very rarely go to Walmart. But if you saw me in Walmart, hey, maybe you did. I did go into Walmart last month, and I was like, you guys, you ain't gonna see me in Walmart no time soon. It's so crowded in Walmart. Walmart is one of those places where I literally just shop online and let them do a pickup, because it is so crowded. And I don't even know about your Walmart, but our Walmart is incredibly hot. It's almost like they don't have any air, like, period. And I'm like, it's too hot in here. People passing out. I'm like, So what I do, we order, oh, thank you, classic game music too. Thank you so much. See, I am new to this live streaming on YouTube independently. We do stream on YouTube, but we use a third party, StreamYard, Restream, or any other third party that connect all your destinations together. I typically don't come on live this type of way. So I know when you come on live this type of way, sometime it can open up different people who are not so nice, but also it opens up to meet some of our amazing followers who are generally loving the platform, who are generally just great people. But that's the I would say the dark or the bad side of social media. When you are working really hard to be positive and share love and light, with that being said, it's a good and it's a bad when you deal with social media and even things in life. And so I choose to focus on the positive things that people say. So if I'm live or I see a comment that is negative, I know that that is not a reflection of me. It's a reflection of the person who made the comment. Because if you have to say something degrading, mean to a person who you don't even know, then that's not a problem with me. That's just something that's going on inside of you. And so I realized through my own personal development and learning and growing and studying about sociology and psychology that that is not me. That's a you thing. So I don't even waste my energy and time once I realize where a person is coming from. If they're coming from a negative place and they want to kind of bash and do things that are negative, I don't even give it any energy. So if you see me looking at a comment and I don't read it, I don't give negativity no power. So I just move on and I be like, let me focus on the people who are winning, the people who are positive, the people who are impactful, the people who want to share love and light and encouragement and motivation and just want to have a good time and laugh a little bit. So what's going on with you guys in regards to how you're feeling about everything that's going on today? Like, are you feeling the effect of the hot weather? Because we have an unseasonably hot weather over here in South Carolina. Like, we're going through a heat wave. So where you're from, are you going through a heat wave? By the way, on this live, we're going to talk about just about everything up under the sun. So if you want to know anything about podcasting, this is the time to ask me and I'll tell you for absolutely free. No consultation fee. If you want to know anything about TV, if you want to know anything about, well, streaming, because that's what I do. I don't do the other stuff. I do a piece of the streaming industry, like Roku, online TV. I know about the Amazon Fire and the Apple TV and the Android TV stuff. That's the genre that I'm in because it's multi-layered in media. Or in general, if you want to know more about the podcast shows and different stuff like that. Matter of fact, I can look on my other device. Hello, Bentley Cash. Let's see. I don't know who that is. Lana Del Rey. I don't know who that is. Yes, Bentley Cash. I'm having a great day. How about you? Are you having a great day? I hope so. Thank you guys for all the people that got my back in the comments. Y'all are so sweet. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you can ask me something. Hello, world. You like my voice? Oh, thank you. Hey, I credit it to being in South Carolina. And FYI, you guys, growing up, I could not stand the sound of my voice. I really avoided public speaking, cameras, podcasting. I would only podcast if I was on audio. I wouldn't do it on video. And that was back in the day. And because I didn't like my voice, I felt like having a southern twang took away from the message that I was given. And it was something going on inside of me. I don't know how that started, where I felt like my voice and I wasn't good enough. I really don't know where that started from, but I realized I had a problem with that. And so I started doing some self-healing, some deep diving into why I felt this way when so many other people hear my voice, or so many other people will talk to me and I give them motivation or whatever like that. And they love the sound of my voice. So I remember I was on social media and someone described my voice as sitting on a big porch drinking a tall glass of iced tea, meaning very inviting, right? And so now I remember when I first started doing public speaking, oh Lord, probably about 11 years ago, I literally used to try to change my voice like a chameleon, trying to blend in with the crowd. So I was trying to hide my southern twang. I tried to fit in with wherever I was at the time. But now, I don't care if I'm in Tennessee. I don't care if I'm on the other side of the world. You're going to hear this Southern twang because it's me at the end of the day. And if people or a person or whatever don't accept you, who you authentically are, then you don't need them in your life. Period. Now, dealing in this arena of social media, you can't really control, but so much people who come in and being negative. You can block them during a live or maybe afterwards if they're being negative. But other than that, you open yourself up to different things. Although mostly good, it does have a bad side to it, this social media. Okay, Dustin says, what's up from Tennessee, y'all? Hey, what's up? One of my girls live over there in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Shout out to She Trucking in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Hello, everyone's coming in. Janie Woods, Sue, hi. Oh, it's storming really bad, Luke? Where? Where is storming at? Because over here in South Carolina, it is hot, humid, sticky, and muggy. Ooh, it's hot over here. I mean, you can fry an egg on the street. It's so hot over here in South Carolina. It don't make no sense. It's too hot. Like, it's comfortable heat, and then it's the type of heat that just make you feel icky. That make you feel like I don't even want to do anything outside. It's just too much. That's how I feel over here in South Carolina right now. So, Luke, I hope you're safe. Make sure you have your phone and everything charged. And when you have a bad storm, and have flashlight, candles, all that good stuff, just in case your power go out, and then you can be able to see, and all that good stuff. I hope that the storm ends soon, and I hope that you guys are safe. Stay safe, I would say. Oh, thank you for liking and subscribing. Yeah, do what you love. Oh, thank you. I hope we get a lot of donations too, because it enables us to be able to do what we do and continue it. Because despite what other people may think, podcasting, even though you can get on various different platforms, but some for free, some for a small fee, some it depends on if you're going independent on an independent network like CTR Media Network, where we have membership programs. But it still costs. Like the cameras, oh my God, just the mics alone with the rod chaser, the rod caster, two, that was like $1,200. And that's not including the camera. That's not including the lighting, the different lights that you have to have so that the flow will look good. That's not including the sound effects. That's not including the videographer. That's not including the photographer. That's not including the graphics design people that need to do all the graphics for your show. That's not including promotion and everything like that, and distribution and purchasing bandwidth to be on Roku, to be on all these different platforms. They don't include all of that. Oh, and don't forget, when you're really doing a full, because I'm not doing a full-fledged show, so this is me relaxed, okay? But when I'm doing a full-fledged show or I'm traveling, honey, I got to have my makeup done. I have my get my hair done. I have on a whole outfit. I have an image consultant. I have an image consultant, for those of you who may not know, is a person who control the image of your brand. So they dress you, and they use the different things and colors and everything to pull in the overall theme of what your show, who you are as a person and who you are as a show. Okay. And so the Tina Ramsey Show, just in case y'all didn't know, that is my show. And we're going into season 11. Season 11, September the 5th, we start back airing. And this year it's going to be different, hunty. Woo! Season 11 is going to be good, because we're going to bring on entrepreneurs who make 6 to 8 figures. Yes, I said it, 6 to 8 figures. Verifiable, baby. The reason why I decided to change my show's format is because I got to the point doing podcasting for all these years. I got bored. Ooh, did I say that out loud? Listen, I got bored. And the podcast, it take a lot of time, a lot of effort, and I had to want to come back, right? I have been very blessed to interview over 500 and some people. I have been able to not only be a podcast host for my show for the last, it's going to be 11 seasons in September, but I also co-hosted for other people's shows. They used to pick at me and call me this little nickname, the Steve Harvey of podcasting, because literally I used to be emceeing everybody's events, literally be hosting and co-hosting people's virtual in-person events and their podcast shows. I was pretty much everywhere in regards to podcasting. And so when you do that type of work so long, right? At a certain point, you have to switch it up a bit, or you're going to stop, pause, or switch it up a little bit, right? And so I went nonstop from season 7 all the way to season 10 with no break. That means I went for 3 years straight. No break, you guys. You talking about burnout? Burnout. Oh my gosh. I was so burnt out. Oh, because when you getting a whole lot of people starting to finally see your show, engage with your show, promote, you want to keep the momentum. And let's talk about that. You want to keep the momentum, but you don't need to kill yourself. And I literally almost just ran myself in the ground trying to keep up. And I realized that the people who are truly for you, your supporters, your sponsors, your guests, your subscribers and all that, they're going to be with you even if you take a small break, because they understand you're human, right? And so in between season 10 and 11, I'm currently on break, and I haven't had a break in 3 years, like literally non-stop the complete year. I never took a break in like 3 years from season 7 to 10. And so in me growing and maturing and really letting God handle everything for me, and I had a health scare with one of my relatives that shook me up to help me to see the most important thing is making sure that I be there and be involved with my family more. Oh, sorry about that. And I wanted to be involved with my family more because I almost lost someone that I really, really loved for sickness, and it shook me up. And I was like, oh God, I am so sorry. Please, give me another chance, because I want this person still be in my life. And so I literally changed around everything. And then I have a child that have high functional autism, developmental delay, dyslexia, to name a few. And this was his last year in school, and we worked very, very hard to help him to be able to navigate and be able to still thrive despite living with the challenges of having autism, right? And so I had a lot of people tell me he would never be able to develop past a 7-year-old mindset, a lot of different negative things. And I know that God had it, and although we have to do things a different way, we have different accessibility tools and different things to help him be able to function and be able to navigate. I'm so grateful for all of this modern technology, as well as having the opportunity to be able to homeschool my children. I was a former educator, so I came from the public school system. I was what they call a behavior technician. And if you don't know what that is, I was the person that came into the school when the child or children have a behavior issue. And I work with the teacher, I work with their caseworkers to figure out why this child is doing what they're doing and why they're acting out. And I did that for a very, very long time, both for the public school and privately for myself, and with working with my clients. And literally, it was some of those things that made me eventually, along with my child being very sickly, my family and I decided to start homeschooling our children. And it really was the best decision I ever made. Now, I'm not against public school, don't get me wrong. I am not against public school because I am a product of public school. But I don't feel that public school, just like homeschooling, is not the right thing for everybody. So it is a case by case situation. So if you see that public school in your area is not really working for you and your child, maybe you can explore homeschooling, because right now with homeschooling, you don't have to literally homeschool your child. You can just bring them home from public homeschooling, and the state will actually send you all the things that you need for your child to homeschool at no cost to you if you do public homeschool. And then they will still have their teachers. They just get online and you don't have to do anything. The only thing that you have to do is just make sure that your kid get online, and they will be in still a virtual classroom, so they'll still be able to socialize and all that stuff like that. But I did it the traditional way, where I took on all the responsibility, created my own lesson plans, agendas, syllabus, all the things, right? And then based upon my state requirements, I lined everything up to make sure that we were doing what we had to do, which was required by the law. Every state is a little bit different on what you have to do as a homeschool, what the requirements you have to fulfill in order to be a legitimate homeschooling household. So you will have to do your independent research on that. But I'm over here in South Carolina, so we are a moderate strict place, which means that we do have some different requirements and different things we have to do being in South Carolina, but it's not strict. Okay, let's see the comments that's coming in, because I want to include all of you guys. Okay. Can people please say your name? I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not going to act like I do, but it's Adhya. Adaya? I did the best I could. Okay, someone said, you are a doctor. What did you study? Yes, I have 2 honorary doctorate degrees. What that means is that I received, because I do a lot over the past, over the past 25 years, I have been doing extensive volunteer work, not only in the special needs community, but also in the media. So when you see the different things, and I also do a lot of things in regards to natural health and wellness. I don't always talk about that side, but I have been doing a lot of volunteer work, helping people for a long time, for the past 25 years behind the scenes. So I have a honorary doctorate in humanities, which means because I do things for humans, I do things for society, right? And help people with the expertise, with what I know and what I've been doing. And I also have one in pop culture, hence pop culture, learning different things in the media. So I have honorary doctorate 2, one in humanities, which is also a side part of education. I actually went to school for early childhood development. I wanted to be, get this, I wanted to be a daycare owner. So I went to school for early childhood development, and part psychology and sociology, because I really wanted to be a psychotherapist. Did you know that? Yes, that's what I wanted to do. But I didn't do that. I did end up, instead of starting my own daycare, what I did was I started working in daycares. Okay. And then I started working in schools, and I started doing all that. And I realized, I don't want to run no daycare. I like going in, working, sharing my gifts, and being with the children, helping them grow and learn. But I don't really like the management part of the building and all that other stuff like that. So yes, I have 2 honorary doctorate degrees, one in humanities, side part education, and the other one in pop culture, which helped me in media. And I also have I'm not even gonna go through all the certifications and education that I do have, because it's quite a bit. I just don't share everything. I share when needed. Because at some point I just be like, okay. So I am a certified life coach as well, which means that I can coach people in any type of genre, any type of niche that I want, because I went through the training of every type, even down to corporate coaching. I can go to the corporate and coach business or corporate America, and I can also do one-on-ones. I can do group sessions. I can do things dealing with life. I can do things dealing with education, because I am certified with homeschooling. I'm certified with special education, which is dealing with special needs, and public speaking as well. Yeah, public speaking. So I have quite a bit, and then I do social media. So I'm certified in social media as well. And I went through some intensive things in regards to media. Worked for some companies that I can't mention the name because of a good old NDA, but have worked behind the scenes as an EP. What is an EP? Executive producer. So I help associate produce, which is AP, and also EP, which is executive produce a lot of different podcast shows and streaming online TV shows that you see that are independently geared or independently owned by people. Okay, not necessarily NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox. No, it's by people, entrepreneurs, people, and also influencers and some celebrities that I did behind the scenes before I start coming in front of the camera. I did not, I prefer being behind the camera more, doing my little thing behind the camera. I love using my gifts in a positive way to help other people shine. I really don't like to be in front of the camera all the time, but my mentors and my coaches like, girl, you need to go in front of the camera. You need to go back to speaking on stages so you can help these people. And I'm like, but can I let somebody else do it? That I know, not in this season. So I have coaches and mentors too. Even though I am a coach, I am a mentor to many. I have it. I believe that everyone who is of a level of community of impact, it's something that you cannot do by yourself. It's something that is not easy. So some people will be online saying, I did this, I did it, woo, right? Entrepreneurship is the only way to go. Is it? Yes, I'm a full-time entrepreneur, and you might think that's a little weird to say, but the truth of the matter is, you gotta be a little bit out there to be a full-time entrepreneur, meaning it's not easy. Okay, I know for someone looking from the outside looking in, you look at different people and their lives and you're like, oh, entrepreneurship is the bomb. Entrepreneurship is, but I'm here to tell you, in entrepreneurship, you don't get paid unless you can work all the time and still don't get paid. And then, but if you work a 9 to 5, if you're working for somebody else, I work this long for this amount of pay for these many weeks or days or months, and then I get this amount of money. You can do the exact same thing with entrepreneurship and put your all in it and don't close the deal. And then you figuring out how you're going to do it. And so it's not for the faint at heart. It's not for the weak at heart. Entrepreneurship is not a game. It is not no side hustle. It's something that you literally have to put your blood, sweat, and tears on. You have to do more than you would do if you work a regular job, because it's all on you. And I don't really like hearing or seeing people make it look like, or make people think that entrepreneurship is easy. I mean, it's many times I was like, oh, I can't do this no more. But what helped me is that what I do, I'm passionate about. And so even when on those hard moments, those dark moments where I feel like, oh, this is enough, it literally pushed me through. It literally, my passion, my skill, what God put in me to do, it motivates me even through those hardest moments. And so you hear people talk about sorry about that. You hear people talk about the moments when I made the 6 figures, I made the 7 figures, I made the 8 figures, or even maybe you made 5. Okay, that's cool. But you don't hear them speak about the hard times. So for someone who just started with the contemplating the idea of entrepreneurship, they're looking at you like, okay, it's going to be easy because I see it's easy, right? No, it's going to take hard work. It's going to take determination. It's going to take a lot of learning, investing. It's not easy. It's not easy. And I don't want people to go in and quit their jobs because let me tell you something. This is not the season. Let me say this again. This is not the season for you to quit no job for no dream. Ooh, see, I'm not direct. Somebody need to hear this because I'm getting into my coaching. See, I'm all sweet and everything, but when I get into my coaching, baby, it's a whole different Tina. You could drop the DR if you want because the coach is in the building. This is not the season with how this economy is to drop your 9 to 5 if you are blessed to have a 9 to 5. If this is not the season with inflation, with rent being at an all-time high, mortgages being at an all-time high, people not able to acquire credit like they used to, people not able to afford food like they used to. This is not the time to put all of your eggs in one basket if you have not already been in this entrepreneurship realm already. This is not for people who have already been in the entrepreneurship realm like myself. This is somebody that is new to entrepreneurship and you finally got the nerve that you say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. You can still do this, but don't you quit your job. Don't you quit your job and say, I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to go full-time entrepreneur. Let me tell you something. You don't do that until your entrepreneurship done doubled what you made at your 9 to 5. Because let me tell you something. What people don't tell you is that entrepreneurship has peaks and valleys, baby. What am I talking about? It has its highs and it has its lows. And you need to make sure when you on your low that you can still survive with the basic necessities. So in this 10, 15 years ago, you can go ahead and just put it all in, put all the cards in, all the chips in, and just drop everything and just start your business. But with the economy how it is now, I don't tell anybody to do that. Now, 10, 15 years ago, you could do that and you could still manage and keep yourself afloat. You need to have you a kitty. If you don't know what a kitty is, that means you need to have you some money saved up. If you want to quit your job and start entrepreneurship, you need to have enough money in the account that you can take care of yourself. People say 3 to 6 months. I say a year. You need to make sure you have enough money so that if your entrepreneurship business venture or whatever don't pan out like you like in the first 12 months, you won't be homeless. You won't lose your stuff because you are already prepared first, okay? That's what I tell people. We have LGF from Sweden. Hello. Give you a shout out. Hey, Amy Taylor, this is your shout out. Thank you for being on the live, Amy. We have King and Pharaoh. Wait a minute, I think that's from Men Can Always Be Wrong podcast, but I'm not sure. Because he has his own podcast. He called himself King David. I don't know if it's the same person, but I know that they're in Texas. So if this is King David, hi. Yeah, listen. Texas, nobody can pay me to go to Texas. I'm sorry. I had someone wanted me to go for a speaking engagement for Texas. I was like, no, not while it's summer, baby. Texas is You can cook. Dog, look at me. I can't even how to talk because Texas is just that hot. You can cook you a whole meal for a whole family in Texas on the ground, on the pavement, because that's how hot them streets are. Okay, I mean fried egg, bacon, fry up everything. Texas, oh my God. In Arizona, You cannot pay me to go there in no summertime. I don't care how much money somebody want to pay me to come go speak over there. Summertime. I love my life. I'm not used to your weather over there, and it's not used to me. I'm over here in the South, in South Carolina, and it's too hot over here for me. Now, Texas is a different kind of heat, and that Arizona is a different kind of heat, baby. When your index is like 105, but it feels like 134 degrees, ain't nothing that I can say that can motivate you. I can't say nothing motivation if I'm that kind of hot. I no. I shut down. So, Tina don't go to speak or podcast in Texas during the summer or Arizona during the summer. It's too hot. It's too hot. Call me in the spring. Call me in the winter. Not in the summer, because I'm not going. Luke said, yeah, it's storming in Kentucky. Oh, you in Kentucky. I actually was in Kentucky, Luke, March for the Mid-American Truck Show. Lord have mercy. It was like 80,000 people at the Mid-American Truck Show. That was my first time ever being there. And it was crazy. All the people, right? I have never been at an event that large. I haven't. Next time I come on live, you guys, I'm gonna bring me some snacks. Because, you know, your girl like to eat. I like to eat. People don't know that about me. I like to munch, eat on some little stuff, you know. You're going to be seeing me talking. Because when I'm not doing my show, I'm just laid back. So I'm not worried about being politically correct. I just speak, and this is my truth. I'm authentically who I am. Either you love it or you don't. You know, it just is what it is. $1,000 firework. Woo! You spend $1,000 in fireworks, classic game music too. That's a lot of money. Woo! That's a lot of money for some fireworks. You must be had a party to spend that kind of money, if you did. I remember, I don't even buy firecrackers anymore. I mean, really, I wish it was a noise ordinance, or I would say a noise, where at a certain time they could not do the firecrackers. Because Lord knows, some of these firecrackers sound like guns. And you be sleeping in the bed and it wake you up. You're like, what the what? Oh, that's a firecracker. And literally people... Before the 4th, they are popping firecrackers, and after the 4th, they're popping firecrackers. Now, have y'all noticed this? I don't know if it's common over there where you are, but in South Carolina, now, we have people that pop firecrackers, not just on the 4th of July, but they pop them on Thanksgiving. They pop them on Christmas. Of course, they pop it on New Year's and New Year's Eve. People was even popping firecrackers on... what is it? The holiday that's in March. Let's see. With the leprechaun. See, I don't even keep up with these holidays like that. But there was like people over here pop firecrackers all year round, and I'd be like, listen, I thought y'all had a schedule. Why you popping on non-popping days, holidays? I mean, I expect people to pop on the 4th of July. I expect people to pop on Memorial Day. I expect people to pop on firecrackers on what's the other one? New Year's and New Year's Eve. But Christmas, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, I'm like, really though? Can we just have some peace and quiet? And then I be hearing them firecrackers popping, and I be hearing them hit my roof, and I'm like, it better not start no fire. Oscar said 8 figures. Yes, Mariah. Okay, Mariah and Mangoes. Can you talk about this? Talk about what? Talk about what? And then King and Prophet said you make profit. I don't know what you're talking about with making profit. With podcasting, yes. I am a full-time podcaster. That is my career. I know many people, well, That's one of the things that I do. I am a full-time podcaster, MC, host, and I'm also a public speaker. And then I have another thing that I do with education, where I've been in education over 25 years. I help parents de-stress the homeschooling process, and our expertise is helping parents with special needs children. Our focal point is autism and ADD and ADHD, because in most cases a person who has autism may also have either ADD or ADHD. It's not symptomatic for everyone. It's not something that everyone has, but for the most part, with all the people that I have helped, they at least had, if they have multiple levels of autism from low to moderate to severe, they have, the people who I have been able to help, which are all amazing young people, young adults, and parents. They have always dealt with ADD or ADHD. And so for my son, when he was younger, he had ADHD. He was incredibly hyper, right? But now that he's older, he's more of ADD. He's not hyper like that anymore. So he has ADD. Certain things, because you have to watch the diet too. We have found that when we watch the diet, it actually helped a lot too. So with the 8 figures, we're gonna bring us some 8-figure earners. We already had an 8-figure earner on the Tina Ramsey show when we was in Columbia, South Carolina, but our show wasn't focused on the 8-figure earners at the time. It was just entrepreneurship, or people who are making a positive impact, and their business was all about health and wellness. And so even before then, he made 8 figures in his business of health and wellness. But season 11 of the Tina Ramsey show is going to be niched down, because before the Tina Ramsey show, for all these years, from season 2 to 10, the Tina Ramsey show was all about motivating you, sharing knowledge, having upbuilding conversations centered around business, wellness, education, and life. So we talked about 4 things, right? In season 11, we're only talking about entrepreneurship. Now, in regards to entrepreneurship, people can be in any realm of entrepreneurship, but it's niched down to a certain type of guest that we are requesting. So we are only accepting on season 11 verifiable 6, 7, and 8-figure earners. Why? Is because we're in this season where people are starting businesses, and just as fast as they're starting it, they're closing them. Why? Is because you don't have the right information. We have a lot of people out here that are giving misinformation, right? Maybe they're not doing it intentionally, or maybe they are. I don't know. That ain't for me to say. I really don't know, because what's true for someone else might not be true to another person. So you need to make sure, if it's dealing with something with the legality of your business, you need to go with what the law says and not so much what somebody else told you. And you also need to speak to people. If you have the desire to be a 6-figure earner at minimum, right? Then who best to talk to than, or speak with, or ask questions than a 6, 7, or 8-figure earner, a person who is living what you want to have. All right. And then you understanding the type of mindset, the type of sacrifices, the kind of things that they had to do in order to obtain that 6-figure status, that 7-figure status, that 8-figure status. Okay. How does their day-to-day look? What did they have to do in regards to personal development? What kind of investments? What type of coaching and mentorship? What type of books they're reading? What type of events they're going to? What type of processing do they do for their business? How do they do with onboarding? How do they maintain in a drought season? Because all businesses have, like I said before, peaks and valleys. Do you understand your business by the quarter? We have 4 quarters in a year. Do you understand the peaks and valleys of your business? Everybody that has a business have their season or seasons when everything is on the high, right? You're getting more clients, everything's paying in, right? And then every business within that same year have a low season or multiple low seasons where this is your peak season. So for us, with podcasting, most of the time, the average business have a low season in the fourth quarter, or they start trickling down based upon the industry. Why? It's because all these holidays comes in the fourth quarter. So if you have clients that are paying into your coaching program, clients that's paying into your membership program, clients that's buying your product, not clients, customers that are buying your product. So if you have client base and customer base for your business, right? You know the peaks and valleys. So if you are a product-based business, more than likely during the third to fourth quarter, you're gonna see a rise in your business because you have tangible, hands-on products that people want. So say for example, you selling merchandise, you selling toys, you selling what else? Did I say merch? Yeah, merchandise, toys, health and wellness products. Anything that is gift oriented that you can give for a gift, right? What are people doing in the fourth quarter? They're preparing for Thanksgiving. They're preparing for Christmas. And what are those holidays mostly about? Gift giving, right? Okay. And so people who have product-based businesses, product, not service, but product, usually their businesses peak during the third to fourth quarter because people are buying the stuff. Now, if you are a service-based business, normally you peak after people get income tax. So depending upon when they get income tax, people tend to be on January, February, or they start good in February, March, April, May, June, and then stuff start going down in July. Why? It's because people out of school, people are graduating from all college and high school and all these little schools, right? Elementary, primary, they're graduating, right? And what happens during the summer? People take summer breaks, okay? They're going on trips, they're doing things. So then you have a low season if you're service-based or even a regular business. It just depends on what you're doing. So you need to understand as a business owner, what is your peaks and what are your valleys? Once you understand what that is, you can maneuver and be able to sustain your business all the way around. Even during the times of your lows, you have made enough on your peaks to carry through the low period. It's like preparing for the storm, so to speak. And so that's why I wanted to only bring on season 11 people who are doing this, people who know this. I know this, but I want you not just to hear it from me. I want you to hear from a lot of other people from all different industries so that you will be motivated. Because some of you think just because you might be having a hard time now, that's not part of the process. That's part of the process. Ups and downs, peaks and valleys. That's what entrepreneurship is. And I don't want you guys to lose heart or feel like you're not good enough or your business, your service, or your product is not good enough because you're having a low period. That's just a part. Nike, all these companies, everybody has it. That's part of what real business is, peaks and valleys. The thing is that separate a 6, 7, 8 figure from a person that's just beginning is that we understand the storm before it happens and we prepare first. Just like we are told with natural disasters, prepare first, right? So you can literally get bags, prepare with getting candles, clothing, food that is non-perishable just in case of natural disaster, right? Same thing you do with your business. You're going to have peaks and valleys, highs and lows. So you prepare during your high moment for the low because it's going to come. It repeats itself. It's a cycle because everybody has it. And some people out here in these social media streets just lying. And for those of you who don't like the word lie, I apologize because I grew up saying you can't say lie. You got to say story. Somebody told a story. That's Southern. But the truth of the matter is everybody has it. Some people don't want to admit it, but everybody has it. Okay? And then you get to talking about grants. Who get grants? How you get a grant, right? Now, I'm not a grant person, but I'm just talking about it right now. If you need a grant in order to sustain the sustainability of your business, then your model is wrong. Okay? Whatever your structure of your business, however you're maneuvering your business, it is wrong. A grant should not fund your business. You should not have to depend on a grant to fund your business. Grants are in place to help you excel in your business of what you have already been doing, or help you be able to accomplish certain things that you may have not been able to do because you needed some onset capital right then, right? But what if you don't get approved for a grant? Then can your business survive without a grant? Now, I'm not saying don't go for grants. Go for as many grants as you can, sponsorships, people who can understand your vision and want to be a part of your business and your brand. Yes, if they align with you. Yes, yes, yes. But I'm saying that, what is your business model? Can your business model survive without having a grant? And if you can't, if you are constantly getting grants and you have not yet built your sustainability and the longevity of your business, even if you did not get that handout, then you need to take that money, reinvest, and also change your structure so that you will make sure that your products and your services can sustain your business even if you did not get a grant. A grant is an add-on. It's a blessing. It's an add-on. It should not be your main source of income, because you never know what can happen with the grants, right? So what can you do if you don't get that grant? Will your business flop without that grant? Think about it, because there's a lot of people that get grants all the time, and it's a good thing to get grants. I am not against that, baby. I am all for grants. But what I am saying that you should build a business that can sustain itself even in the peaks and the valleys and the highs and the lows. The truth of the matter is, entrepreneurship is a balance of understanding the numbers, understanding the data, understanding the trajectory of who you serve, and providing them quality services, and being able to sustain yourself when things are low. Okay, anybody can do good when you're getting all the income and the stuff and coming in on your peak. But what are you gonna do when you're on your low? Will your business still survive? That is the thing, okay? And so that's where you go and you build sustainability. What is sustainability? Understanding the mechanics of how your business work, understanding the mechanics of, most importantly, how your business work when it's not doing what you want it to do in regards to hitting that capital. People say money. I like to say currency, because I believe that currency is free flowing, just like a river, just like the ocean. As long as it has a currency, it keep coming back to me. That's just something that I say. Okay, you can say what you want to say. Maria and Mango said, can you help me? Help you in what? Help you in what? And then, I don't know your name. I can't pronounce it. Let's see. AYUSHKR said, is it a podcast or that? Yes, my show, the Tina Ramon Show, is that podcast. But I also have other entrepreneurship podcasts. The only thing you have to do is, let me see, can I show you right here? Only thing you have to do is go to CTR Media Network, hit the subscribe button, and go to our homepage. And when you go to our homepage, let me turn it like this. When you go to our homepage, you'll be able to see all the different podcast shows. See? And we have it categorized with what type of podcast show it is. So we have community outreach and nonprofits. We have books and homeschooling network TV. We have entrepreneurship, personal development, and careers. We have celebrity entertainment, lifestyle TV shows. We have self-improvement TV shows, all black TV. We have podcasts and monetization tips. So the majority of these people are a part of CTR Media Network, but we also have some helpful channels that we feel that are helpful, that even though they're not a part of our network, but we feel that people who are within our network, either directly by being a membership person, being a content creator on our network, or being a part of our community like you all are. This is our way of giving back so that you guys can be able to look at this content, be able to get it for free. This particular content with our content creators, and also the ones that are not our content creators, we still feel that they have some good shows, right? And so I'm not in the season of like, if you're not with me, then you'll get me this kind of stuff. If I see that someone has a really good show and they don't even have to be a part of CTR, and I receive some value from it, and I say, hey, maybe somebody else can benefit, I'm gonna tag it. I'm gonna show it because I want you to get the information, right? If it served me some value or served some of our other podcasters some value, we're gonna attach it. So you guys want to know about podcasting? You want to know about podcasting? And if you want to learn how to get monetized as a content creator on YouTube, you want to get monetized on Spotify for podcasters, Spreaker, you want to learn in any type of genre, we are going to have some more people on as well. We're going to be adding more content. We do have a membership place for those of you who want to support what we do. It's number $3.99 a month here on YouTube. You just click membership and you'll be able to be a part of it. You can ask any question you want to ask in regards to whatever, as long as it's not something that is nasty. Because sometimes we get these trolls that be doing some stuff like we not that, that ain't what we do. But if it's something that's a legitimate question that you want to have an answer to, I'll come in and answer the question if I know the answer. If not, I will find somebody to answer that question for you, because what I don't do is give you just something off the top of my head. If I haven't done it, I don't teach it. Okay? I know some people, they'll teach anything by script. Don't know nothing about nothing. Not me. If I haven't done it, I'm not gonna be teaching you anything that I have not done myself, because I feel that it is something about teaching something that you have experience in, that you can help a person in a different kind of way when you truly understand what it is that you are teaching. And you're just not reading something, or you just didn't learn that. You can learn it, but then when you live it, it's a whole different situation. Okay, it's a whole different situation. So we have a whole lot going on. Like I said, you can watch our shorts. And what we're going to do, hopefully we're going to have some people that come on. Well, myself and some other people come on. And then we also we have part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 coming up to some of the shorts that did very, very well. And then we have some long content. I encourage you guys to start watching our video section and our long content as well, because that's where you're going to get the entrepreneurship. That's where you're going to get the improvement. That's where you're going to get the mindset development. That's where you're going to get all that extra stuff that's not just fun. Because like I said, CTR Media Network is a blend network, which means that we are a blend of education and entertainment. So we want to make you laugh, we want to make you think, and we also want to provide you with resources that you may not be able to get otherwise for free. Okay, because it's so much information, and we want to organize it for you so that you won't have to go all the way around the mulberry bush to find some information. And again, comment in the community section. Comment on the videos. What type of content do you want us to create? Okay, because right now we're creating content based upon our current audiences, right? All of our podcasters have an audience. But what is it that you would like for CTR to create for you? What is it that you would like to know? And if we don't have anybody in our immediate team that knows that answer, then we'll start asking some questions from our community, from people who may know the answer. Now, with that being said, you have to do your own independent research by anybody. But it's some people that will volunteer and say, hey, this is what I do. I would like to come share. That don't mean that we endorse them in any way. That just means that they're answering your question and we don't know the answer. So what type of content you want to see? Oh, somebody, P said, you good, boss. Thank you. Yes, I am a doctor. I have an honorary doctorate degree, okay? That means that based upon my body of work, over the past 25 years, I was awarded my honorary doctorate. Now, I did have to do some work behind it, like writing different stuff and all that other stuff. I did have work that I had to do behind that in order to get my stuff, but it was awarded to me. I'm not taking anything away from the individuals who went to school all those years to get the PhD behind their name. I was blessed to be able to get recognized based upon my body of work for the past 25 years. And I have 2 honorary doctorate degrees. I said honorary, okay? Honorary doctorate degrees. One in humanities, which is education, because that's what I do. And then the second one is in pop culture, because that's what I do with media, okay? And so I'm not taking anything away from all the people who spent eons of money and time and effort. I'm just grateful that people saw what I've been doing for the past 25 years and wanted to honor me in that way. And so that's why it's called an honorary, because they're honoring you for your body of work. And your body of work was enough to solidify this amazing recommendation. Okay. And I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for it at the end of the day. So yes, I am a doctor, not no doctor of medicine. All right. So mine is dealing with humanities, which is education and what you do for humankind. The works that I have done for the past 25 years for humankind. And like I said, pop culture. Humble. Oh, I see y'all talking in the comments. You're talking in the comments. Is it possible to invite you to the U.S.? Hey, I don't stop nobody from coming to the U.S. You want to come, you can come. But we are not doing any scholarships, if that's what you're asking. Currently, like if we be able to get some grants, like our plans, we have a whole lot of things that's coming. We don't depend on grants in order to function our business, but we apply and do different things for grants so that it can be able to better assist the platform, be able to bring different things, be able to provide scholarships, be able to provide services for businesses in need for absolutely free, to be able to travel and go to the places to be able to help the people, the students and the people, entrepreneurs in need, to be able to put on events and everything like that. Because listen, the events are not cheap. Even if you're doing virtual, people think that it's free if you do a virtual. Virtual events are not free. Let me just give y'all some numbers. A virtual event on the bare minimum will cost you $3,500 to do if you're doing it in a professional way. If you're just clicking the button going live, that's you just paying for the software that you're using. But if you're putting on a production with commercials, with top-rated speakers, with product placement and promotion, with distribution, with television, with podcasting, with magazines, honey, it costs a bare minimum to do a virtual event, $3,500 at bare minimum. Now I can't speak for everybody else because it could cost more than that for some people, but for me, I'm speaking for me. It took me for a virtual event like $3,500, and we talking about promotion, media, and all that stuff like that. Now it was going up into the $5,000. It could go that much. It just depends on what you're doing, how much promotion, how much marketing, and all that other stuff that you're doing. And if you're paying speakers versus they're paying in to be able to support the overall what's going on. Because you got to make up a structure or create a structure if you're having people pay to play, meaning they in order to be on your stage because you have credibility and visibility to be able to help them maximize their visibility by being a part of your platform, then you can charge people to come on. And some people are for that, some people are not. If you're not for that, then don't do it. But if you are, then do it. I have done it in the past. I don't have to do it now because I have built up my name, my credibility, my brand over the years. This was not overnight. Over the years as a public speaker for the past 11 years, I don't have to do that anymore. But when I first started out as a beginning speaker, I had to pay to play. So if I saw a stage I wanted to be on and they charged a fee, I paid the fee. All right. When I first started. But now I don't have to do that. Actually, colleges, schools, businesses, organizations reach out to me and pay me to come speak now, which is a whole different thing. But it did not happen overnight. Like literally, I've been a public speaker for 11 years. Okay. But I had to work my way up, work my way up to that. It just wasn't something that happened overnight. Now, if you know a process that happened overnight, then share it with the people. But it did not happen for me overnight. And I am now certified public speaker. So I went through training and all that good stuff. But I'm just saying, it took me a minute. And I'm not gonna be out here acting like, hey, I'm just one of them honest, authentic, transparent people. I'm gonna tell my real from my experience. Jada said, God bless you all. Thank you. Somebody gave me the kissy faces. Thank you. Hey. Okay, we have K-Man. Yes, K-Man said, in order to be successful in your own business, you have to give it a minimum of 10 years. Let's talk about that for a minute. Because you brought up a good point, K-Man. Back in the day, you go about 20 years ago, it took you about 3 to 5 years to build and scale up your business really good. 3 to 5 years. If you put in a lot of work, hammering it down, doing it, 3 to 5 years. Now, K-Man is right. It's going to take you at least 10 years minimum to be able to scale, build a sustainable business. I kid you not. He is not. That is the truth. And for anybody that's telling you in 12 months, you can do this, that, that is not typical. It can happen for some people, but the truth of the matter is it don't happen for everybody. That is like a rare thing. It's going to take a lot of grit, a lot of hustle, a lot of grind, a lot of investment, a lot of time, a lot of sleepless nights. You're going to lose relationships with people. If I go through all the things you have to go through, that's a whole different life. You have to understand, when you are scaling up and you're growing, you're building a business and you're leveling up, you can't take everybody with you. You can't. And I'm a person that wants to take everybody with me. There are some doors that you only going to be able to go through yourself. There are some doors that you cannot take people with you. Now, after you get there and accomplish what you need to do, maybe you can come back and pick them up. But some things you got to do by yourself in order to reach that next level or levels. And I had to learn that the hard way because I'm a person, I'm naturally a giver. So I'm like, come on. And let me tell you something. You just can't do it. And I also had to learn that as you mature, as you scale up, as you grow as a person, as a business, as a brand, your perspective, your way of looking at things, your dedication, your way of doing things change. You are no longer that person that you was 5 years ago. I am not the same Tina that I was 5 years ago. I have different aspirations, different goals, different non-negotiables that I didn't even have 5 years ago. And then if you go back 10 years ago, I am a completely different person the way that I stand 10 toes down. It's certain things that I would take from 10 years ago that this Tina now, period, don't take. Okay? And so it's like every 10 years you change. I have found for myself. I don't know if that's true. Do you feel like you change every 10 years? Because if you think about yourself as a teenager versus now, if you're in your 20s and then you change to your 30s, now you're in your 40s. And then for those of you who are in your 50s and then 60s and 70s, have you changed? Are you the same person you was when you was a teenager, when you was in your 20s or your 30s, if you're in your 40s or your 50s? I don't think so. Even the things that you like change. The things that you tolerate change. The things that you want to do change. The things you might even want to do something that you never done before, that you never even thought about before. And I noticed for myself, I am a completely different person from 10 years ago. I am not the same person that I was in my 30s, in my 40s. That's a fact. I am not. And do I want to go back? No, I do not. Because I love who I am. The good, the bad, the ugly, the amazing, the phenomenal. I love all of it, right? And all of that is what brought me to the person who I am currently am today. Now, the person who I am currently today will not be the same person I am in my 50s. It's just, for me, I have evolved. I have changed. I have grown. I have reached a certain mindset level, a certain caliber of perspective, of wisdom. That's it. That's the word. Of wisdom that I didn't have in my 20s and my 30s. And a lot of it because I experienced a lot. Okay? I went through some things. through some things. Okay? That made me become who you see today. And with who I am today, it will not be the same even tomorrow. So, and we shouldn't be afraid or shun the growth. Okay? Grow in it. Lean in it, honey. Lean in that new person. Because you'll find out you like him. You'll find out you like your new self. And your new self is better than the old self. Okay? You'll find out you like it. Embrace it. Okay. I don't know who that person is, Big Chief. I don't know who you're referring to. But let's see. Let's see. K-Man said to be your own boss is not easy. You will do everything. Sales, contract, negotiation, marketing, accounting, collections, HR management, and more. Amen, brother. Let me tell you something. You are the CEO. You are the C-suite when you first start. For those of you who might not know what a C-suite is the CEO, CMO, CFO, COO, everything of management. When you first start out your business, you are all the things. You are the complete staff until you reach a point of being able to hire people to come in to delegate. And to be honest with you, if you're first starting bootstrapping, which means doing everything yourself, it's going to be a minute for you to be able to hire some staff. So you're going to have to look for people who volunteer. You have to start trading service for services, people who have or can do what you need to be done. And then they need what you have. It needs to be proper leveraging of one's services that also bring value to both parties. If you find people that's willing to do that, then that can help you if you don't have the capital or currency or money to be able to pay someone, quote unquote, for whatever it is that you need to do. But in the essence of it, you literally gonna have to do it all. That's why you be up night and day. You're gonna have to literally do it all yourself for a long time. That's what people don't tell you. And don't forget, K-Man, you the secretary. You the booking agent. You all that stuff. And Era, no, I'm not Jewish. No, I'm not Jewish. But I don't care if a person is a Jew or not. That don't matter to me. I believe in the Most High. God Almighty. So, but, yeah. So, but I have people that follow me and that subscribe to me from all different religions because I don't judge anybody. You can be whomever you want to be, whoever you want to serve. I don't dabble into that other kind of stuff, but I'm talking about people who serve God, the true God. But I'm not gonna get deep into religion because I don't go that deep into that, not unless it's topic based. And this right here is just all over the place. But no. Let's see. Exactly, K-Man. K-Man said, I'm not Jewish, but what does that have to do with anything? Yeah, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. If you want to create a live and talk about that, more power to you. But that is not, I'm not against anybody that, whatever religion you choose to be, that's your business. Oh, let's see. Mr. Lee said, you so pretty. Thank you. I don't respond to negativity. So if you gotta be negative, and this is unscripted conversation. So for those of you who coming on and don't know what's going on, this is just you getting to know me. I am going to be rambling, talking about whatever it is, and then I'm going to be reading your comments, and we're going to flip and go to that topic if I choose to do so. If I don't, I don't. If I do, I do. I am acknowledging the ones who are commenting. I am not acknowledging negativity. I will not give you no power to do all that with me, because I know that if you're negative towards me, that's a problem with you. That's not a problem with me. So I don't have that type of spirit where I have to down talk, say something crazy, curse a person out in order to be seen or make myself feel good. I'm the type of person that I'm all about positivity. I'm going to be honest with you, but I'm not going to be rude. You know what I'm saying? So I am that type of person that just want people to get whatever it is that they need in order for them to be happy, to bring them joy. Because what I see now in the world today is a whole lot of sad people. And we have a reason to have some sadness with everything that's going on. But I want you to understand the power within you, that you could literally be happy and surrounded by craziness and sadness. You have to change your mind, okay? It's all in perspective. There have been scientific studies done on people that have been incarcerated, that they still was doing things positive, that was falsely accused of different things. And they was like, how are you so positive? They said, because even though my body was physically incarcerated, I never incarcerated my mind. And I'm positive because I know I was innocent. I'm positive because I know I'm going to be vindicated. I'm positive because I know who I am. I know what I'm going to do, and I know it's going to change. It's something about being positive. So, like I said, social media, it opens you up for a whole lot of things, good and bad. And so, hunty, if you got us be negative towards me, that's a you problem. That's not a me problem. Because I'm still over here happy. All right. So we got James in the building. He said hi. Hello, James. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, my goodness. I wish I can translate Phil's comment, because it looks like it's in French, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Let's see. Any comments that's worth saying something about? Do you? Hello, McCory. Hello, everyone that's tuning in. Oh, we have someone from Ireland. Welcome. Okay. We have someone named Lee that actually asked about gaming. Listen, I am not a gamer by any means. I have children that play games. Well, young adults now. Oh, that is something. I am a mother of 2 young adults. I have to get used to that. But anywho, I don't play games. I don't play any type of gaming thing. So I'm not the authority or the expert or even a amateur in that arena. I mean, when I used to play games, it was 2D. It was Donkey Kong. It was the beginning. It was the Mario 1 and 2. It was Duck Hunt. It was back in the day, honey, when I used to play Tetris and all that stuff like that. The Atari. Now, you know I'm going way back when I say the Atari. That's when and Pac-Man. I used to play stuff like that, right? And I was younger then. I don't play video games and stuff now. I'm not saying people who do play video games, anything wrong with it, because it can be therapeutic for some people. And it's a lot of people out there who is full-time gamers as a profession. So whatever floats your boat. But for me, I just can't. Podcasting and streaming TV is enough digital gadgets for me. Like, that's just not my skill base. And it don't relax me when I see my kids going into competitions with their friends and stuff. I'm like, ooh, this is too much. This game is going too fast. But they love it. So anywho, even my husband play games sometimes to de-stress. So Hey, what floats your boat? What's good for you? We have someone says cool and gave the pink hearts. Thank you. Someone said they have type 1 diabetes. We have some podcasters that have diabetes. So you can watch them in their journey on how they actually battle with having diabetes and different stuff. Because we do have some that actually are diabetic, and then we have some podcasts that actually speak about diabetes and different stuff like that. Sweet Blessings is a show that really go into, I don't know if she talked about diabetes yet, but she do talk about a lot of different topics. Okay, a lot of different topics. Okay. So, a reaction song. Maybe on the next one. This is actually my first live stream on YouTube independently, not using a third party. And so I'm not going to do too much on it because I don't even know if I can do that. What I should have been doing is actually testing the testing how to work this thing, because literally I just know how to press the live button on this. This is all new. This is all new. Okay, thank you everyone for hopping on, coming in, and saying hello. Yes, I did write a book. You can see it, well, more than one book, but this is the one about podcasting. It's on Amazon and all over the place. You just Google The Power of Podcasting, and you'll be able to see the book and everything like that. So this live was just basically can we talk? Yes, and we have been talking for well over an hour. This is not a podcast. This is just basically unscripted conversation. This is answering questions. This is getting to know you guys. We see that we have a whole lot of new subscribers to the channel that came about when we had went viral. And just getting to know you kind of thing. Letting you know a little bit about me. It's a little bit of rambling conversation because it's not planned. So I jumped all over the place. This is not no scripted conversation. It is the real. So I would jump from here to there based upon what I see you guys wanting to talk about, and also what I'm moved to speak about in that moment. And also explaining you about CTR. So for those of you just hopping on, because I'm getting ready to get off in a minute, CTR Media Network is an edutainment podcasting and TV platform. What does that mean? It means that we're going to provide you information that is not only entertaining, but it's educating. It's educational, right? And so the podcast shows are our educational side, which is the lives that you see that's coming on. It's the lives. And then we have the video side, which is little shorter clips that we redirect you to some of the long content, or we take you to another short. Now, what you mostly see in our shorts section is something to make you laugh, something to make you feel warm and fuzzy on the inside, something to make you think. It may not necessarily have no educational value whatsoever, because we believe that it needs to be a blend, because we go through a lot, and sometimes you just need to laugh, okay? From crying. Sometimes you just need something to smile about. You will be surprised at how so many people go through so many terrible things. And so CTR Media Network is just that blend. You can come to us to laugh. You can come to us to be inspired. You can come to us to be motivated. You can come to us just random stuff that'll make you think or make you laugh or whatever the case may be. But also you can come to us for quality content to be able to learn something that you maybe wanted to learn, but maybe you didn't have the income to be able to pay for something. And so we have a lot of free content out on social media. We're not just on social media. That's why I want you guys to understand. We also on Roku TV. If you download CTR Media Network, the app, from your Google Play Store or App Store, Google the Roku, and you'll be able to watch CTR Media Network. You can like literally search CTR Media Network, pop it up, and then download it, and you'll be able to watch some of our podcasts and shows. For those of you who would like to watch just about all of our shows, we encourage you to go to our website at ctrmedianetwork.com. That is ctrmedianetwork.com. You'll be able to listen to some of our podcast shows. And then we also have what we call online TV. We actually stream 24/7, 7 days a week, and you'll be able to watch, binge watch a lot of your favorite shows, and you'll be able to get a little bit of all the shows that we have. And just like if you just prefer being on the and if you want to make a donation or a contribution, join our membership so we can keep our platform going, you could become a member here on YouTube by clicking the membership tab, and it's $3.99 a month. It's not a lot, and we'll be giving all of you guys shout outs and thank yous and all that good stuff like that. So anywho, and also we do collaborate with some businesses, not all, because we do have sponsorship opportunities and we do interviews and different stuff like that. So if you're an entrepreneur looking to obtain more visibility, you want to be interviewed on podcast shows or TV shows, and you need to do it. We do some stuff in person, but we also do things virtual as well. So you just go to ctrmedianetwork.com, click on register to be a guest. That's register to be a guest, and you can register for the shows, and then you talk directly to the podcast host, not us. We have links where you can go and redirect to the podcast shows or email them so that you can be a part of their show. So wait a minute. And for those of you who prefer being on YouTube, because we're on all social media platforms, including podcasting as well, and some streaming TV, which is Roku. We have the online TV. And if you are in another country, because we are blessed to have audiences from the four corners of the earth, like everybody from all different languages. Thank you to all of our ones who don't necessarily speak our language, but they actually love our content, comment, email us, and so positive. Thank you to all of the people who are in the United States that support us as well. We are grateful and thankful for all of you. And this is just basically to get to know you, and thank you for being a part of CTR by supporting us, and following us, subscribing, commenting, engaging. We have been seeing all of you guys sharing the information, and we're just so grateful for all of you, all the positive people, okay? All the positive people out there. We thank you. I'm actually working from another device, trying to working on pulling up CTR so you guys can see it. As you can see, we are live right now, and you can take advantage of all of this amazing content that's here. And we're going to be adding some more content from different content creators. Like I said, most of all these people are a part of our membership program. They are a part of CTR Media Network, but then we also highlight different other YouTube channels that we feel that add value to be able to help you in a particular genre. If you have something that you really want us to explore, and create a video about it or whatever like that in our spare time, or maybe one of our content creators have already created the content, we can redirect you to that content so that you can get the help that you want. We appreciate everything that you guys doing. I have been on here so long. I have been on here so long. So I am literally going to be getting off very soon, but thank you for all the comments. Thank you for the engagement. Oh, you must be saw that I have a mole. See, someone talking about the third eye. Yes, yes, yes. Growing up, I really did not like that mole because it used to stand out so much, right? And nobody else had it around me. And so I was like, why I have to have it? So when I got grown, I used to put makeup on it all the time, different little stuff. Then I realized that's a blessing, hunty, to have it naturally on your face like that. Okay, that's a blessing. So you grow, you learn. So thank you for your comment. Thank you for your comment. Yeah, I wear glasses. You'll see me mostly in my promotional stuff. I won't have my glasses on or whatever like that. When I have my lashes and stuff on. But when I'm just laying around regular, just talking, it's not dealing with my show or production or whatever, you'll more than likely see me in my glasses because I've been wearing glasses ever since I've been in the 5th grade. It's a form of comfort too. I don't necessarily have to wear them all the time, but I just like having on my glasses. If you don't like it, then I don't care because I still like my glasses. And you'll see me wearing them mostly when I'm on stage with academia too. So anyway, you'll see me both ways. You'll see me with my glasses on and you'll see me without them on. It just depends on what kind of mood I'm in at the end of the day. And so today, with this good old South Carolina heat and allergies all mixed up, I'm like, I am not doing no lashes. I am not doing no makeup. I am not. You are seeing the really real, honey. But on them days when I have my face fully made up, woo, hunty, like on this book. It's a whole thing, okay? On that note, you guys, have an amazing rest of your day, rest of your weekend, rest of your upcoming week. I want to wholeheartedly thank each and every one of you for taking the time to hit that subscribe button. I also want to thank all of the new members that we have. I am so sorry, but I can't pronounce some of your names. We have a new member from China that is paying the $3.99 a month. We have another person, and I think her name is Jessica. Y'all can go back and look on the community tab. We want to thank all of you for taking a step further and actually patronizing our business and our brand. It means a lot for people to come and subscribe. It means a lot for people to like a video. It means a lot for you to take the time to watch and comment. I'm about to get emotional. Because you don't have to. It's like over 200 and some odd million people on YouTube. And for the fact that you took the time and the fact that you're here with us, I don't take that for granted and I don't take that lightly. I am in a spirit of gratitude for the people who want to be here, for the people who don't have to be here, and the people who want to grow with us. Whether you are a supporter or whether you are a person who wants to be a part of the network, or whether you just being who you are, amazing. Like I said before, I don't entertain negativity, not in this season. This is my new year. Many people think of their new year January 1st, if you are in the United States. But my new year, I look at my new year as starting with my date of birth. Not date of birth, but the time that I was born. So today is that day. And I'm so happy to see another year of life. I'm so happy with everything that God had blessed us with and what he would continuously bless us with. And I'm so happy that you guys are who you are. The positive people, all right? The fun people. The one that can take a joke and laugh, okay? Because I feel like sometimes we get a little too serious, and sometimes you just need to smile and laugh at the end of the day. On that note, you guys, thank you for being on the live. This is my first one. Yay! On YouTube independently. So make sure to tune into the Tina Ramsey Show and podcast to watch that. Not only that, watch all of our other podcasting shows on CTR Media Network. I know some of you guys have different opinions on some of the shorts that we put out, but it's not just for you. It's for everybody that watches CTR Media Network. So some skits, some clips you're not going to like. And if you don't like them, scroll on. But it also plays a part in we putting a little bit of everything because we want you to remember your childhood. We want you to remember when you was a young adult. One person even wrote us and said, "Oh my God, I remember this commercial or I remember this show and it took me back to my happy place." It took me back to what I was doing at the time, the age I was. And so that's the reason why we bring back different clips, different shows, different movies, different speeches. Where were you? What were you doing at that time? And some things you're not going to like because I don't like everything. Okay. I don't like everything. But I do realize that some people like that. And if for them, that brings back a happy place. And at the end of the day, we just want to make you smile. We want to make you think. We want to make you go back to a time. We want you to de-stress. How about that? De-stress. Because it can be very stressful. And don't take things so serious, okay? Everything don't have to be politically correct all the time. Don't be so sensitive. Growing up for me, Lord have mercy, with Sanford and Son and all that, you can't be that sensitive. And I miss that time where people just could see the humor in things and just could smile and laugh and not think to the left, going negative. So we're bringing that back. And if it's some content you don't like, that's okay. But the content that you do like, engage with it because our goal is just to make things better in our way. And in our way, meaning we see what you like, what you gravitate towards, and we try our best to produce and create more content or reshare more content that is in that genre so we can make you smile. Make sure to check out all the podcast shows for real. Because if you want help with anything dealing with life, entrepreneurship, health and wellness, social media, monetization, all that stuff, it's there. You just have to go through it all and stuff like that. We're working on organizing and rearranging some stuff so it can be more easier for you to find what you want to find and be able to get whatever it is that you want to get from us. Thank you so much for being the best part of CTR. And thank you for all of our positive, because our positive subscribers, viewers, and supporters and engagement outweigh all the other negative stuff. And that's why we keep coming back. On that note, I cannot believe I've been rambling for an hour and 16 minutes. So I did good. My coach is going to be, and my mentor is going to be so proud of me because I have coaches and mentors too. And they challenged me to go live. Okay. To go live. And that's what I did. That is what I did. So I am a full-time entrepreneur. So sometimes you have to push yourself to do something that you don't necessarily want to do, but it's for your good. Okay. So on that note, I hope you enjoy your weekend because I am. Talk to you later. Now, let me figure out how to close this thing out because I don't know what I'm doing. Let me see. Maybe next time I can bring somebody on with me. Because talking about your coach sent me to the blog. LOL. Oh! Oh, before I go, check out Create a Life. Check out Create a Life. I have an amazing coach. Well, I have more than one coach. I have coaches in everything that I need in order to be a full, reach my full potential as an entrepreneur. So one of my social media mentors and coaches is Dr. Fashion. So make sure you check out Dr. Fashion. She's absolutely amazing. I'm going to see, can I pull the YouTube channel that she want me to show? She's amazing in regards to YouTube and all this stuff. So I did what I was, the challenge to go live, and hopefully I'll be going live a little bit more with y'all. Okay. Hopefully so. And so on that note, you guys have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.